Good morning, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. This is Sandra P's Gen Extra. Thank you so much for coming in. This was an impromptu live, and I am live because I was just watching something on TikTok and I was thinking about it. And the lady, I'm Devin Drew on TikTok, my heart was a little hurt for her and the way she presented when she was telling the story. Now, I went to her TikTok page and she says in her video, she is a former theater kid, and she just gives a little preface. She says, maybe that's why I'm so dramatic, but I don't want to dismiss her feelings at all. She can do that. That's what she said. But it's not just about being dramatic. As you can see, the title of the thumbnail, I'm speaking about microaggressions. Hello to the 92%. Everyone is welcome, but today I'm talking mainly to 92%. And even if you're not 92%, those of us that have been through microaggressions and the stress that that can cause, if you're in the bushes, click the like button. I appreciate you so much. I'm going to start out. I'm going to play I'm Devin Drew's video, and I'll probably play it a couple of times. One of my moderators is in the chat. Thank you so much for dropping in, Mama Bees. I'm responding to a viral TikTok video. I'm Devin Drew. I haven't played the video yet, but I'm going to go in here and play it. And I would just like you to, as you come in, click the like button, and then we'll discuss it. If you've ever been in this situation, we'll discuss Ms. Devin Drew, a response to her that was a beautiful response. Thank you for coming in. Sharon Gobbold, I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, and let me just, I believe I am already sharing my screen, but I'm going to go and start Devin. I'm Devin Drew. I'm going to start her video. She says, I still had a great week. Pound whimsy, pound theater.
So I'm having a whimsy week this week, and I thought it'd be nice to go to the theater because I haven't been to theater in a long time, and I'm an ex-theater kid. And probably why I'm so dramatic right now. And so I get tickets to go see Into the Woods. I'm super excited. And I get to Into the Woods, and I'm trying to make it on time. And I'm standing there, and the lady's in the lobby. And I think she just doesn't see me. So I go up to the man at the concession stand. I was like, hey, I'm just trying to get my tickets to Into the Woods. He tells me where to go. I go get them. And then I come back and I'm standing there again. And I see her greet the people in front of me. And I'm waiting for her to greet me. And she says nothing. She turns around. She completely ignores me. And then she greets the man behind me. And I'm like, do you not see me standing here? I'm in a big pink dress, a big pink flower. You can't see me. I'm in a big pink flower dress. So I stand there for a couple more minutes, and she completely ignores me. She starts talking to the man behind me, the couple that was in front of me. She completely ignores me. And so I go to the concession stand, and I'm like, hey, can I just exchange my tickets? I'll go a different week. And everyone else besides her was super helpful and nice. But I guess it's just sad because it's like, I used to love going to the theater. But this is the kind of stuff that made me stop, where just people don't think if you don't fit in, if you're not palatable enough, that you shouldn't be there. But I'm not going to let this ruin my week. I had a great week. It was beautiful. It was so much fun. And I'm going to go to my show next week because I deserve to go. It's disheartening because this is what discourages people from going, when people don't think you deserve to be there. But I'm going to wipe away my tears. And I'm probably going to go do something else. I'm going to take myself out to dinner because I have a pretty dress on and I look really pretty. But yeah, even though someone tries to ruin your week, don't let them, because you deserve to be in places even though people don't think you deserve to be there. And everything's going to be okay.
Okay, I should have put a trigger warning up on that, y'all. I'm sorry about that. This is Ms. Devin Drew, and she was having a week of whimsy, which I think is a great idea. And you see what happened to her at the theater. And I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. I'm a person, I'm an introvert, even though I do like to talk to people. I'm friendly, I'm cordial. But there are times when I do need to just do things by myself, and I don't have the energy for other people. So I can understand her wanting, I don't know if she wanted to go by herself or this was just she had money for one ticket. Maybe she didn't have plans to invite other people. I don't know. But the fact that she gets in there and gets her feelings hurt by this ticket taker or usher or whatever the situation was. And I know we're probably going to hear, well, the lady wasn't thinking, she didn't mean it like that. Davin should have done this, she should have done that. Cece, I'm going to show the video again, and then I put your comment up, and then we'll discuss it further, kind of my thoughts on that and what she actually says. Because she didn't really go into what her frame of mind. She did allude to the fact, she says, well, I'm a former theater kid. Maybe that's why I'm a little dramatic. But it could also be, she might be a person that is not a confrontational type person. And if she's having a whimsy week, Black women, for the most part, we always have to end up fighting for everything. And I'm a person that can and do. I stand up for myself. I don't let anybody run over me. Even though I'm a relatively quiet person, we can have a conversation. Someone's yelling over me. I'm generally not going to do that. I will defend myself, but it does get exhausting always feeling like you have to defend yourself. But I'll show her one more time, and then I'll show a great response to her, and then I'll read Cece's comment. We'll discuss the comment also. Okay, for some reason, she's not playing again.
So I'm having a whimsy week this week, and I thought it'd be nice to go to the theater because I haven't been to theater in a long time. I'm an ex-theater kid. And probably why I'm so dramatic right now. And so I get tickets to go see Into the Woods. I'm super excited. And I get to Into the Woods, and I'm trying to make it on time. And I'm standing there, and the lady's in the lobby. And I think she just doesn't see me. So I go up to the man at the concession stand. I was like, hey, I'm just trying to get my tickets to Into the Woods. He tells me where to go. I go get them. And then I come back, and I'm standing there again. And I see her greet the people in front of me. And I'm waiting for her to greet me. And she says nothing. She turns around. She completely ignores me. And then she greets the man behind me. And I'm like, do you not see me standing here? I'm in a big pink dress, a big pink flower. You can't see me. I'm in a big pink flower dress. So I stand there for a couple more minutes. And she completely ignores me. She starts talking to the man behind me. The couple that was in front of me, she completely ignores me. And so I go to the concession stand, and I'm like, hey, can I just exchange my tickets? I'll go a different week. And everyone else besides her was super helpful and nice. But I guess it's just sad because it's like, I used to love going to the theater. But this is the kind of stuff that made me stop, where just people don't think if you don't fit in, if you're not palatable enough, that you shouldn't be there. But I'm not going to let this ruin my week. I had a great week. It was beautiful. It was so much fun. And I'm going to go to my show next week because I deserve to go. It's disheartening because this is what discourages people from going, when people don't think you deserve to be there. But I'm going to wipe away my tears. And I'm probably going to go do something else. I might take myself out to dinner because I have a pretty dress on and I look really pretty. But yeah, even though someone tries to ruin your week, don't let them. Because you deserve to be in places even though people don't think you deserve to be there. And everything's going to be okay.
Okay, I'm going to go back and read Cece's comment. And let me stop sharing that right now. Okay, why is she having a breakdown though? Complain to management. People like that like seeing your discomfort. Don't let them see you sweat. Cece, I understand that 100%. Welcome in, Linnell Siler. Thank you so much. That's my take on it generally. And Mama Beast is saying, I'm sorry, I would have confronted her. Yeah, I've got a few more things, as Davin was saying. It seemed like she had not been to the theater in a while. And she also said, this is the kind of things that make people stop. I feel like the event could have triggered her. And there's people going to say, that woman wasn't thinking about her. But Davin says that she greeted the people in front of her. She also greeted the people behind her. So Davin might have a personality that's non-confrontational, and the way she was still undone when she got to the car, she seemed like she was kind of wrecked by the whole thing, and she wasn't going to enjoy herself at Into the Woods at that point anyway. So who knows how much she saved up to buy the ticket? Who knows how much it took her to get out of the house and feel comfortable since she's returning to the theater for the first time. She referred to herself as a former theater kid. So I don't know what triggered that or if there's any trauma surrounding that. But I was just thinking about the microaggressions that people do. This ticket taker, she's working there. It's her job to do nothing but take tickets and help lead people to their seat. So there's no reason for her to see someone that's in front of this lady, ignore her, see the people that are behind her. And she's doing that deliberately, allegedly, and in my opinion. And sometimes people do get tired of fighting these people that go out of their way, like Cece said, to make people feel bad. And Sharon said, believe me, that woman would have remembered me. Yeah, there are those of us, I can actually make you regret that you started tangling with me if I feel like it. You may catch me on a day where I don't have that energy and it's just not worth it to me. And I may get in my car and cry or break down. Davin Drew could have just had one of those days, or she might just be that personality type. But the stress of those constant microaggressions from the people that do like to see us sweat and do like to break us down is very exhausting. And it's also, stress is a killer. Stress is something that elevates our blood pressure. We're on edge. There's no reason why this lady should not be able to go to a theater, enjoy the show. She says she's going to take herself out because she's already dressed up. She's going to go to dinner. But for her to go to dinner, now she's upset because she didn't get a chance to see her show. It looks like she said she's going to exchange her tickets. But this is something that happens to too many of us. It really is. I had a situation where one of my nieces, she was 6 at the time, she's 7 now. She's a dancer, and my sister had her in this dance program, and they were doing some kind of steps, and she is amazing. She's an amazing dancer, and she's really friendly. She's sweet to everybody. She's adorable. I don't think she's cute just because she's ours. She's beautiful. But she had a situation where my sister picked her up and she was upset. And my sister asked her what had happened. And another person in the dance class, it's a class of 6 and 7-year-olds mainly, and then they had some bigger girls that helped teach her whatever. But she happened to tell my niece caught a step. The teacher had her show the class again. And she sat down next to the little girl on their square. And the girl told her, you suck at everything. Now, even though she had been pulled out and complimented and all of that, my niece is the type person that one negative comment kind of took her out of her game and she was undone. She was upset. So there are certain personality types that are not always going to drag you to hell, and they don't always have the energy to do all of that. And so I wish she had had an ally with her at the theater. Davin Drew's a grown woman. She's a big girl. But too bad the person behind it and said, you don't see this lady standing right here? So that kind of just gets infuriating. It gets old and people get tired of fighting. So I think the comments were pretty good. I meant to go back on her page. This looks like that's somebody else. But I'll read some of the comments that she had. And then she did get a great response. That is my comment. I'm following you. Please enjoy your experience and don't feel forced to share. I see you were offered by the internet's gay best friend to a weekend of theater. We just want at least one photo of you if you feel inclined to share. So there's someone right underneath me. This is a 2 days ago comment. What theater, sister? We ride at dawn with our pink flower dresses on, which is true. And other people saying, I want to know the name of the theater because I have time. And then someone from the city says, is it at the one near the art museum? That theater is very, very racist. I work in the industry and they know not to mess with me. I can find her if you want. I know her boss most likely. There's 58,000 people that approved that comment. So Alchemy Reality on TikTok is not one to play with. I said, sounds like we need a pink dress theater night. I don't even live there, but I'll fly in. I go to the theater alone and no ma'am. Yeah, because sometimes, like I said, I can be bold. I go places alone. I solo travel a lot as well. And when I face these microaggressions, I have a few ways of dealing with it. I can check the person in the moment. I have gotten a manager. I can't recall when I ever turned around and just left, unless I just if I feel uncomfortable, if it's a restaurant or something like that, I wouldn't want to eat there. I wouldn't trust the food at that point. If that happens, that's a different thing. But the fact that this lady felt like she had to give up her night that she had planned at the theater. Here's someone, Shrek from the Shrek Broadway tour here. I'm a Phoenix native. Next show I'm in, tickets are on me. We're going to have a ball. So Davin Drew is getting a lot of support. She's getting a lot of offers now. And someone says, this just broke my heart. The way I would have been like, oh, we're ignoring folks now? This is CC and Mama B's. What's your name? Who's your supervisor? There's people that can handle it right then. There's people that can handle it right then and would handle it right then. But I wanted to show the response of, I hope I saved it. He's, and I didn't call him the internet's gay best friend just to call him that. That's something that he actually uses as his tagline on Twitter. So hopefully I can find him quickly. I'm going to show that. And actually the Phoenix Theater Company, the power of this video, there are a lot of people tagging one of the theater companies and they had to give a response like, hey, that's not us. And then now this theater company is saying they recently received a word regarding, I'll just show you what they said. They said what they usually say. And the lady that did this to her, or she feels like did this to her, in a minute, she's going to be a victim. She's going to have had a hard day at work. She didn't mean it, blah, 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 blah. And we're going to hear that. We're prepared for that. I just wanted to show the statement instead of showing her again. I'll find the statement and read it. But what I'm going to do is go back now and find the response from the person that offered her. I think his name is Mishi. And thank you for your patience. I appreciate that. Every time I get on live, everything starts to slow down. So I do apologize for that. Let me see. I'll leave that and then go back. And I'll go ahead and put in the internet gay best friend because it's more than likely, since that's his tagline, that is who, that'll pull it up quickly. Because I can't think of his name. I think it's best friend. Oh no, see, this is, now I'm getting too much stuff. Let me see, Mishi. I should have had this saved. I'm sorry, everybody. What I can do is show you from, let me see, I think I screenshotted it on here. All right, I'm going to try to find the screen record, and because I do have it in here on my screen record, and I'll let you listen to what the response was. And if I can find him or I can share that, I'll do that. But for now, I'm going to pull it up on here. Okay, let's see. No, I cannot. Let me share my screen again. We'll go through together. I apologize, everybody. We'll go through together and I can find that. Sharon Gabo said, this is the USA. Controlled by the orange man. You better grow thick skin. I'm talking about adults, or you won't survive. That's true, Sharon. Because this, I mean, we know that there are much more terrible things that happen than this, but it's just it does get exhausting. And the people that feel like they are able to do that, they can treat people however they want to. There's going to have to be people that also are willing to stand up for other people. And I'm glad that she's getting the response that she's getting. Now, I saw a lot of videos that she had in herself in the house. So I don't know if that's something that she was just getting back out there in the street, or what was going on with her. But yeah, thick skin is something that you should have to have. But then also, there are people that are exhausted by that. I'm one of the people that sometimes I do get exhausted by that. And I'm a person that can and does stand up for myself. Absolutely. I may have to attach this to the video. He had one of the largest followers, and then the comments as well. And of course, now that I want to find it, I cannot. Okay, what I'll do, I'll put his name in with it, and hopefully that'll bring it up. It's Phoenix Theater Company, so it is in Phoenix. And then as I was reading through the comments, there were people that actually know of the theater and confirm that, yeah, that's what they do there. So that was kind of terrible. Okay, let me see. And I'm not even sharing. Okay, I just wanted to give my few thoughts on that, everybody. And just to let you know, what I was going to try to show you is that Mishi actually invited her to a weekend of theater. It seems like he's in New York. I can't see exactly where he is, but it seems like he's in New York. He invited to Devin through to a weekend of theater. So I hope she enjoys that and has a wonderful time. I'm glad she's able to pull herself together and treat herself to dinner. And I hate she had to trade her ticket in, or felt like she needed to trade her ticket in. But what she did was traded her ticket in. She's going to go another night. So people are a trip. You don't, what is that Tabitha Brown says? You have the day you're going to have, but don't go around ruining somebody else's day, because you don't know what that person is dealing with. You don't know what they've been through. So that was, to me, when I saw that, I just thought that was terrible. For her to go through that and be in her car crying when she's supposed to be enjoying the show. And I love theater. I love shows. I'll go alone. I go with people. Generally, if I'm going to a concert, I have my concert buddies, usually my sister or nieces or somebody that I'll go with. So I don't go alone as much to that. But if I am feeling a way where I don't want to be harassed or anything like that, nobody has the right to do that. So shout out to Devin Drew for still enjoying her night, enjoying her week of whimsy. And I'm happy for her that she was able to do that. I'm sorry I couldn't find the second part to that video. I'll probably just put it up separately. But thank you, everybody, for jumping in to the live, because it was impromptu. I hope she has someone in her life to lean on, because I thought she was going to hyperventilate to the point of passing out. Cece, she was very upset. I don't think she could have stayed in the theater. She was undone. She was extremely upset just by that microaggression. And it was, because she didn't say the lady cussed out or anything. Another thing she said was that the other people in the theater were nice. So sometimes there are personality types that one bad thing can happen. That's the thing that they're going to listen to, as opposed to the 10 other good things that happen. But unfortunately, she didn't confront the lady in the moment. She didn't get a manager or anything like that in the moment, because she might not have been the only complaint that they've had about this lady. And a lot of times that's what it is. It's not the only complaint that you have about that person, but it takes somebody to stand up and kind of, put the person in their place. Or if you're mad that you're taking tickets or you don't want that job, then go do something else. But there was no need for that person's behavior and how she treated Devin Drew that day, to leave the lady undone like that, not even able to finish enjoying her show. That was sad. But I want to thank everybody for popping in to the Impromptu Live. I thank you so much for doing that. And I hope everyone enjoys the rest of your day. Thank you for stopping by Sandra P's Gen Extra. And I will see you in the YouTube streets. Thank you. Goodbye.